Hi friends, it's Friday, July 25th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here. We don't know how long we are going to be working here in these natural areas, these wooded areas. We've enjoyed this stage very much, but just like the stages that have preceded it, it appears as though this stage may soon be coming to an end. We've received an assignment to begin to infiltrate the prison system. Infiltrate is a cute word. So we have an assignment to start to take this healing art into the prison system. We recognize that may take some time, so it's possible we'll get to work here while we're in the process of getting this work into the prison population. But when that shift comes, we don't know that we'll be coming back here. So we've loved this stage as we have loved all the others, but we also have come to know one thing. As we're continuing down our paths of life, saying yes and not no to the opportunities that the guides present to us, each stage of life is better than the one that came before it. Better, not worse. So if this stage of life is coming to an end, it's okay. We're looking forward to the next stage. But we're here today, and so we're going to do whatever it is that we can do to trigger the awakening whose time has come by working with the nature realms. Now we begin. They asked actually, what do you know? And what I know is that when we began working here before, perhaps it was when the avatar was here, when we began working here before, that it was as if there had never been a vortex running in the nature realms before. It just felt like it had never been swept, you know?
Yeah.
So we can run a vortex here. We can, and we see that the vortex that the avatar started is still here, only in a very weak and faded way. Where is Pan? What's asking to be shown? I see him there, and he's working away. But he just says that this wasn't his thing. It's like I kind of asked, why weren't you tending the vortex? And he says, well, that wasn't my job.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It isn't his job. He has his work. He's doing his work. Let's see if we can get a sheet of light through. Whew. Locking it in way deep. Through all the nature realms. Oh, they like it. This is the level of cleanliness that they've been missing. It's kind of like, because we're working centered in Pan's palace, the rest of the nature realm seems to allow us to screen them. I could have that wrong. See if you can find a way to improve upon the precision.
Right, it's like we've been sanctioned.
Sanctioned. And we have. Pan said, you can do it. What it looks like is a giant black arrowhead. They're calling it an obelisk. It's standing up. It's sharp, but now it's clean. It's like this big thing is still here, but it's clean. So it seems as though this represents when humans were integrated enough with nature that there was some kind of feeling of camaraderie or partnership, or like it seemed like there was hope that it would work.
Right.
So they're saying, what do I know about hope? Hope is the last thing in Pandora's box, right?
Right.
After all the ugly things flew out, hope was still there, right?
Right.
Right. Hope was still there. So maybe this is about starting fresh, you know? Maybe this is where we start again. Some kind of hope, a camaraderie, a partnership.
Respect.
Mutual respect. Mutual respect. There's a lot of sadness here in this arrowhead of hope. Do you notice that?
Yeah, it feels like friendship lost.
Yeah, friendship lost.
Like regret over friendship lost.
Clearing out the resistance for living the soul plans while here in the nature realms, while merged with this arrowhead of hope. while merged with the biosphere, while merged with the galaxy, the nested merge, while merged with the nature realm. It looks like Snow White,
Right.
when the little creatures come out. And they're saying, yes, we'll do it. You have Pan's approval. If you have Pan's approval, it's good enough for us. It's like you're in human circles, in Christian circles, saying, if Jesus says this is okay, it's good enough for me, right?
Right.
In Buddhist circles, if the Buddha says it's okay, it's good enough for me. In Hindu circles, if Krishna says it's okay, it's good enough for me, right? Here they say, if Pan says this is okay, it's good enough for me. Check the perimeter of the nature realms. Okay. Oh, wow, they're raggedy.
It's a mess.
It's horrible. We can do something here. Let's just start working with the exterior, the perimeter of the pillar of light for the nature realms. Wow, it's a giant wreck. It's a raggedy mess. It's been ripped to shreds. First, let's just do a spear call in, merging with the nature realms. Call in all the spears and think about how humanity has certainly cursed nature for millennia.
Oh, yeah.
The wolves, the bears, the volcanoes,
hurricanes,
everything that they don't that we don't like. We're offering this, and when they see who are you and who said you could do this, we say Pan. They go, oh, I'm in, and jump in. This pillar is looking much better. Much better, actually. What's your perception?
looking a lot better.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a seam around the middle, like a weak seam.
It's a lot of rage down here.
Mm-hmm.
When I flash the Pan pass, it doesn't have quite the same impact. It doesn't have quite the same impact, to be honest. Maybe that's what that joint is. Maybe above the seam, maybe there are beings who this Pan pass is just a clear in.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for Pan, it's good enough for me.
Right.
Right? Below, let's do the experiment. We're flashing the Pan pass. It doesn't seem to have that same impact. Am I check?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They aren't as...
It's like, so what?
Yeah.
Big whoop. These are the realms of resistance, perhaps. The realms of resistance, right?
Right.
I'm just looking up at Pan, asking him what to do, and he says, if I knew what to do, it would have been solved. So, good news. It isn't just in human civilization where there's rebellion, resistance, right?
Right.
Asking the galaxy for permission to merge and permission to heal the lower parts of the pillar. Wow, look at this pillar. Wow, this is just beautiful to work with. This gives me hope for the galaxy. She's pretty good and clear. She isn't going to put up with these black spots.
No.
She already knows they're there. She's on to them. So it's a joy, a privilege, an honor to tend her pillar like this, especially the lower reaches of it. So I'm just reaching down lower, because my theory is if we reach down far enough, we'll find that seam, that joint, right? And then underneath it there will be some suffering realm, because suffering is heavier vibration than joy, right?
Right.
Heavier things settle down, right?
Right.
It's going to be at the bottom of the pillar, right?
Right.
Let's just head down toward the bottom of the pillar for the galaxy. See it now, it's just like a little red band. So it occurs to me that probably our biosphere is down here in this red band, right?
Oh, definitely.
For sure our civilization, right?
Oh, right.
Right. So we'll just tend this red band for the galaxy. And so to be washing the feet of the galaxy, suddenly it looks more like a person with feet. I'm relating to it that way.
Yeah.
Again, it looks like a pillar now.
Yeah.
And so it looks better, right? That
better.
A lot better. I hear Pan coughing, ahem, coughing to get the attention.
Uh-huh.
So let's thank the galaxy for the opportunity to be of service, return to the nature realms, and check below the seam. And just start, by check, I mean let's start to tend it again and see what difference we notice. Tending it again. It's definitely better. There's definitely less rude gesturing.
Yeah.
And less outright hatred. Tending the overall pillar for the nature realms. Oh, this is a change. It seems like that joint, that seam, is lower than it was before. Like here below the seam, it's not all that much better, but look where the seam is located. Just tune this overall pillar, merged with the pillar, just start to tune it to its own right frequency. Wow, I hear panpipes playing. Wow. Tuning to its overall right frequency and overall right alignment, and bringing it into harmony with the oneness. And now somebody is crying. It feels like the nature realms as a unit are crying. Tears of relief or release.
Yeah.
Tears of release. And harmony with the oneness, because nature has harmony as a big part of the equation, right?
Right.
Right.